Okay, I'm not sure how early anybody listens, but Stambo had a fucking all-timer this morning.
This is a 5:30 one.
This is early in the
Bright
day.
and early.
And I've been known to tongue tie a word. It's some of the side effects of talking too fast, the way I tend to do.
Sure.
And he had one today. Did anybody see? Remember me going on about that? Netflix is a joke comedy festival, and there was the John Mulaney.
Yeah, it was a
late night.
bit of a
Yeah,
train
it was
wreck.
bad.
Not great.
Didn't
Well,
really land.
Nope. Well, that's why they gave him a full season of it
I
now.
saw that,
And it's on every Wednesday, and it's just as fucking bad.
All right.
You got it. You have to watch it and tell me who it's for.
Okay.
And I swear I'll turn this back to Stambo. But I'm telling you, it's too much of a Johnny Carson, not Conan, not even Craig Ferguson, Johnny Carson, early Letterman style, late night kind of topic show.
This is for people that are dead.
For people that are dead. So it's for a demographic full of people that are the guests that the fans of them aren't going to watch a show like this, and fans of that style show aren't interested in those guests. It's for fucking no one.
It's for John Mulaney, I think.
And I love John Mulaney.
Yeah.
Baby J is a fucking top 10.
Passion project.
It's incredible. It's a passion project.
Yeah.
You could tell he's good at it and he cares about it. There was one moment on it, though, that fucking made me laugh. And out of nowhere, they go to the crowd, and sitting in the crowd is Tracy Morgan. Hope you're feeling better. Where Tracy Morgan is dressed as King Latifah.
That's pretty funny.
And he's got her fucking big ass headdress on,
right.
and he's hooked up to an IV, and his skin's all screwed up. Is there not a question? What's Stavros Halkias like? He's like, he's very nice. He's a very, very funny guy. Okay, thank you. And then he dies. And King Latifah dies. And Joe meant to say, he meant to say, do you think Queen Latifah saw that? What Joe said was, do you think Queef Latina saw that?
Show title. All right.
Couldn't fucking recover for 45.
Is it
Queef Latina?
You know how you guys now post the whole show?
Yeah.
Show? Is it in there?
No.
It's not in there?
No, it's not. I have
make
audio. I can get you the audio. And I occasionally get a case of the boy giggles, and I can't let it go. If I watch some,
by the way, that's a great drag name.
A Queef Latina is an awesome drag name.
I would go to your show.
If
Queef.
she's doing, if Madam Latina, call me Queef. Mom Latina was my trans dad's name. I get a case of the giggles. 30 minutes later, I'm trying to read a sponsor. And I'm doing just pretend, for example, it's one of our valued sponsors, GRB Roofing. And I'm in the middle of this thing hey, it's Justin here for GRB Roofing. And you got to...
It had its hooks in you for how long?
I was at 45 minutes. It fucked me up for a chunk of the show. Queef Latina hurt.
I will say I do. That is one of so in my algorithm.
God damn.
In my algorithm, there's obviously people.
A lot
fighting.
of Latinas.
I have a lot of people fighting.
Yeah.
But also in there are newscasters saying the wrong thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a good.
Oh yeah.
And it's weird because sometimes I don't know how it happens, but somehow the N word gets in there. Have you seen
someone
this?
will?
I'm like,
happens.
how did that even wedge itself into there?
Well,
but
it's your algorithm, Joe.
I'm also there for that.
What you need to watch is small market news stations that will do the daily birthday dedication thing. And some listener in their 20,000 podunk person town will sneak a name in. And the first name will be Nick. And they'll attach another one at the end of it. And what's the ones?
Mike Hunt.
Yeah, there's a guy like Steve Kerr. All right, in
basketball.
Yeah. Pretend he had a kid named Nick, which he fucking does, by the way, real name. And someone will say that and not realize. Another one that killed me was Norma Stitz. Happy birthday, 86 to Norma Stitz.
That's a good one.
There's a new one out where they go to, hey, I've lost my daughter. I've lost
and they have them yell.
They have them say it over the intercom in a department store.
That's a good bit.
Or they'll have old people in the park. Like, this is my dog.
That's timeless. It's a timeless joke.
And they're
great.
calling it out.
Someone, clitoris, Clitoris.
Brittany says her friends call her queef. That's interesting. She
What?
also is
They
talking
do?
about that your shirt is looking the fit is just right.
Thank you. I got
What,
back from
who,
the
me
gym
or
about an
Justin?
hour ago.
Justin.
Why do her friends call her queef?
Yeah, what's going on?
What's that?
I feel like that's
Yeah.
a whole nother
'Cause
episode.
she's queefs?
That's the next episode of the SheLP
Hell
agenda.
yeah.
Right, but even
Making
if,
that pussy sing.
even if she queefs, how do her friends know?
You
Why,
hear it.
why are they?
I don't know.
Is it
I
that
don't know.
loud?
Maybe women do that in front of each other.
Goes
Real
through the-
question for the next SheLP agenda.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, if you guys could spend some time on the topic of queefing,
Please
times
expand.
you have, how one, I mean, we get one, how occurs. I tend to not make them. I tend to not be the causality
No,
of
I
a
see
good
what you're
queef.
saying.
I'm not packing enough air
Sure.
in there.
That
Right.
can't
Right.
be the
The back.
reason because I've heard that plenty of times, and that's
Mm.
believe me.
It's going to bum me out so much if you've got a bigger
Yeah,
dick than
it's-
me.
I
It's
know.
gonna bum me
I
out
like your chances.
big time.
Yeah.
What I will say is that whenever that happens, whenever I've been fortunate enough to be in a situation where I've heard that, women are always getting embarrassed.
I'm like,
right?
are you kidding
I'm like,
me?
hey, what are you talking
That's
about?
amazing.
Yeah, no, that's
Brittany
not,
is now backing off that statement.
You're
so,
having
yeah.
the opposite reaction to how I'm feeling over here.
Yeah, it's two of my favorite things in the world: fart humor and a vagina.
Yeah, right.
And it's
And
just-
I'm having sex.
The
It's chocolate and
embarrassing
peanut
thing
butter.
is that you're having sex with me. That's
Yeah,
the
that's-
embarrassing.
this
yeah,
is on
you,
you.
should have been embarrassed
Exactly.
long before
Right,
that.
yeah.
happened.
Dare
The queef
you.
is nothing.
You're
Yeah.
disgusting to let me do this to you. This is awful. Hey, I know you guys made some on-air ones with JSS to this program here, Charleston trip predictions and stuff.
Yeah, welcome back.
Good to be back. I can get into it a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, so go to Charleston, 5 days. It was a Christmas gift, and we go down there. And where to begin with this?
Is it
thing?
warm down there?
We're at the beach, dude.
You
We're at the
drove.
fucking
You
beach.
drove, which was a choice.
We drove, and here's the reason I
Mhm.
drove instead of flew is I was looking at flights and I was waiting for them to change. Either I flew out at 6 a.m. or I flew out at 4:30 p.m. There was
Yeah.
this gap in the
I
middle
don't.
of
I
the
don't
day.
like those choices.
It's an hour and 45-minute flight.
Yeah.
Put me there at lunchtime. Either I'm getting there hours before I can get into my Airbnb,
Mhm.
or by the time I get there, I've lost most of the day. So we just left at 6,
Yeah.
pulled into town at like 2 or 3. It's an easy
I
drive.
do
It's a
have
straight shot on 95.
love-hate relationship with the road trip.
I don't mind 'em.
they sucks, but they're kind of fun
Oh,
and romantic.
dude.
Not meaning like in terms of nostalgic, I guess
Yeah.
is a better word. You know what I mean? So
Oh, dude, I listen to so many wrestling podcasts, and we were coming up with concepts for murder mysteries,
Yes.
and just
Sounds
yeah, it
like
was-
I would have been fitting great on this
you
car.
got sat
trip.
in the
Yeah.
back seat.
Yeah.
And you'd have loved it.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah, if you would have been the third member of the car, you would have killed yourself, Joe. You had to hear one more the history of the honky tonk man. You would have- yeah, no.
Oh, the greatest
I mean,
intercom
no,
champ of all
you
time.
said
Yeah,
that
thank
already.
you.
Yes.
Okay, one of the longest until Gunther.
Yes.
So we get there, and Charleston's great. Charleston. You ever been to Charleston?
I haven't. It's on my
It's
bucket
fucking
list.
awesome,
Yeah.
dude. And
Many times, it's awesome.
you got a club to work there now.
Yeah.
You got a club. It's
Okay.
small, but it's great. I'll start there. There's not much to get into. The dining was great. The city was great. The accommodations are great. That's nothing.
Bill
fun to
Murray
discuss.
lives there. Do you know that?
I heard that. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a mural of him. God, that explains something. And I think someone told me, yeah, he's got a place around here. There's a big mural on the side of a coffee shop, and he's dressed as like a Ghostbuster, but he's also dressed as his character from Caddyshack,
Okay.
all like in one outfit.
right,
It's
right.
really cool. So, I also left a Yelp review for a restaurant already. So, thumbs up, but for not the reasons you think.
Okay.
Jeff Hancock says Justin's not wearing a shirt. He's wearing a paint job.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Very
this
sweet.
guy's
I worked
like-
out 1 hour ago. I will
Yeah.
deflate by 9.
Let him breathe.
Let me.
guys.
Seriously. So we'll let you do the dick ratings. So we go to this comedy club, and I booked it through a friend of mine that worked there prior. And I go, hey, could you put in a word? I'd like to maybe do a set while I'm down
Is
there.
this one show?
And it's one show, and it's a perfect weekend because I
Mm.
reach out to the people, and they go, you know what? This is actually a great weekend for it. We usually do book the standard Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday
Mhm.
book, and we don't have that this week. We got a one-nighter on Saturday with Steve Hofstetter, and we got a local showcase on Thursday, and we got this one guy coming in on Friday that we're kind of firing blindly and hiring,
Okay.
and we're
So
gonna
the
book him.
stars align.
It's worked out like we
Mhm.
need a feature. Come on down. So we drive out. It's in not the greatest part of town.
Okay.
We drive
Okay.
about 30 minutes outside of Charleston. We're looking at a lot of industrial parks.
Mm.
We're looking at a lot of like railroads that are just
So you're not
stopped on
getting
the tracks.
tourists.
No,
A lot of cardboard signs.
lot of blinking.
You're getting
motel.
further away from Bill Murray.
Exactly. When you start
You're
seeing
getting
hotels,
to Brian Doyle Murray.
exactly. Yes, when you start seeing advertisements for hotels that brag about having
Right.
color TV,
Yeah.
like, oh, cool.
Free HBO.
Yes, the internet. So we get there. The place is great. It's called Wits End, and it's really, really cool. And it's a room that only sits about 60.
Okay.
But they pack him in tight, and the lighting's great, and the sound is great. A guy named Josh runs it, and it's about half full. And the host goes up, and he does his fucking best. He's having some
Right.
problems.
Sure.
And then there's a guest set, and man, it's a fucking swing and a miss,
Okay.
and it's not good.
Mm.
And not to say the guy wasn't funny, but he never got his legs under him. And I went up, and immediately I'm like, I don't think you fucking like this. And I mean, immediately I'm like,
Why are you here?
And and I'm hitting them with, I decided I'm trying to work on a new hour. I threw away the old stuff, but I'm still taking some classics and being like, let me start with a thing I know that works. I'll end with a thing that works. Whisper a crowd work. It's a feature set. It's 25 minutes. But I'm going to start folding in some new stuff. And I got this bit where I'm just shitting all over Kid Rock, where I just completely make fun of him. He pretends to be from the South. He's from Michigan. You can't get any more fucking Northern. You're in Canada. You know, he couldn't be more. I get it. His history is part of a rap group that failed. And I basically go on this long, funny tirade about him. And we're in a real red part of town. And this group of dudes, there starts going, Trump. I'm like, yep, I know they're buddies. So anyways, his dad owned 3 Nissan dealerships, straight out of Compton, straight out of the trailer. You're kidding. It was straight out of the Silver Spoon. He used to pick fresh fruit from his apple orchard with his au pair. That's a real thing Kid Rock had. And they're like, fucking Trump. I'm like, okay, all right, fuck me.
How many minutes into the set is this?
9.
Okay.
9. And listen, this is.
Had you been doing well up until that
I've
point?
been okay.
You've been doing the best so far.
I had been doing the best, but by no means well. It was, we'll chuck a little bit, nah. Chuck a little bit, nah. I bailed real quick on the let me prove to you how gay I'm not by blowing you bit.
This is
not the place.
And this isn't a political thing. This isn't. This is, listen, steer left, steer right. We don't care. But when you have a worship of someone, by the way,
you can't even make fun of someone who's friends with him.
You don't know. you don't know any issue. You don't know. I'm looking at this group of men. I'm like, you know nothing of any issue. You don't even like that my shirt is black. Okay, I can tell you don't care for the color.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, bud. And I make the very standard joke. It's not my joke, but I did use it. Where I go, someone that's super into a politician is the same person that really thinks the stripper likes him. Not true. Trump. I'm like, okay, now we're on number 3. And now we're on
no
number
one's
3.
doing anything. There's no
the
security.
Finally comes over.
Okay.
And he's like, hey, if you guys can please shut the fuck up. I'm like,
wow.
All right, here we go. And they won't stop. And I just start, we have it. We start getting it.
Is Mudge there?
Yeah, she's sitting in the back. Her hands are in her face. They're doing
You're
this.
arguing with these guys.
And not even arguing. I was making fun of Kid Rock. I hit him with the, if you're into a politician, you're the same person that thinks a stripper likes you. Classic line. It was written a million years ago. And I'm starting to try and do crowd work from them. And I'm getting fucking nothing.
Oh, from the audience.
And I'm starting to be like, hey, I'm out of town around here. I like to call Charleston. I came with a line I was proud of. Like, I like to call Charleston real estate charcuterie, an assortment of crackers. Okay. I'm like, fuck, you didn't get that. Okay, cool. I did the other classic line. Yeah, it's pretty diverse around here. Tall, white, short, whites, fat, whites, dumb, whites.
Okay, yeah.
Next. I'm like, okay, fuck. And I'm getting
I'm getting
nothing.
fucking PTSD
So
from gigs like that.
and you still have another 10 minutes.
I got about 10 minutes.
And you didn't have to do this. By the way.
And
you asked for this.
I asked to do this. I am getting paid.
Okay.
But I'm trying. And I'm like, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna try and get you on my side. I'm gonna try and ally you. I'm like, this is the guy during a bar fight you get behind.
You're taking that approach.
His head's 90% skull, crack a chair of it. He doesn't feel it. This guy's a walking badass. He juggles cars for fun and all that. And he goes, squat 450.
Oh, God.
Got it. And I'm telling you, this guy is the size of a fucking, it's the size of an Escalade. I'm not doing anything.
They look like Jack Reacher.
She's huge.
Yes.
And I can see him because the club is lit, but it's kind of like a red, like photography darkroom red,
Right.
so I can still see him. And I'm looking at the outline of this guy, and this guy's like fucking Bobby Lashley, except the complete opposite.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, he'd probably hate Bobby Lashley.
Probably.
Yeah, he'd probably hate Lamar Jackson. He'd probably hate LeBron James. He'd probably hate Obama and Maryland's current governor. What's the tie that binds between
You're
them?
the only.
Oh, they're men.
You're only doing
Yeah,
this
probably.
night, or you're doing another
One night, one
Okay,
show.
So
that's
you
it.
don't have to go back. After
So
this,
I start hitting them.
Now,
with
are these people there for the headliner, or are they just there?
They are there.
Okay.
The headliner that I looked into, the guy, he's what I like to call a road ghost. He's been doing stand-up so long, he's just haunting the road. He used to work with Kinnison.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, he I think he like opened at one point for the Unknown Comic. The
No.
fucking band.
Yeah, I know the Unknown
That's,
Comic.
that's
Gong
in his
show,
bio.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So he's
still proud of it.
it ain't great. It ain't great. And I start hitting him with some of the one-line stuff, and I do this classic stuttering GPS thing. I'm like, I'm bag of tricks right now. That's it. And I start to get him, and I end on one that I know will work, and that's it. Take care. And I get off, and Mudge and I are looking at each other like, let's get. I said to the guy, I'm like, yeah, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get our reservations. I didn't. I'm like, I just gotta get out. He's like, yeah, just go ahead and go. And I leave. I go out into the parking lot, and in the parking lot, it's a gravel lot, and on the other side of the lot is a 2-story shipping container created liquor store. And I turn my fucking headlights on, and there's an elderly black guy pissing on my car.
on your car.
On my vehicle. And he looks like he might live behind this place.
He's yelling Kamala.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What the fuck is with you people and presidents? And I'm like, oh shit. And I like fucking honk. I scare him. He just starts. He's pissing on the wall.
Spraying everywhere.
He's pissing. He's pissing all over. I'm like, what? Much like, what the fuck?
It's like, I thought this was a test.
Why did you choose your car?
I don't. Well, you know what it was? It was in my car. Was up against a wall.
Okay.
There was a trash can here, and it created a perfect little alcove for him to sneak into to have himself a quick piss. But then I saw him the lights. He's wearing 3 hoodies. I could see
these
the
are all his clothes.
I could see plastic coming out from his shoes.
So who books the room? Can I get that information?
Real quick. It's not done. I pull in reverse.
The murder shoot out there.
Yeah, God, I don't know if I go. The club is great though. They get actual headliners. Fucking Sam Talent was there.
Nice.
Umar Khan was there.
Yeah.
Joe List was there.
Kid Rock was there.
Kid Rock is going to be there, according to.
They'll sell all 60 seats. If
I'll pack it. He'll pack it. I pack out of the driveway and I go to take off out of the driveway.
Oh, no.
I drive clean off a fucking curb.
Oh,
and a gunk. I take off.
And you're in your
curb.
car, not a rental.
I'm in my car.
Okay.
I'm in my fucking Genesis. I'm like, fuck. I fucked the front end of my car up. Then I bust my tires up. We drive like a mile up ahead. I pull into an Exxon. It's fine. I didn't blow my tires. I got low profile tires. So those things pop easy. Yeah. I have to replace them fucking once every year and a half from a regular pothole. So yeah, I'm getting shouted at. My car's getting pissed on. How much did I make? Guys, like, hey, let me give me your Venmo. I'll Venmo.
How much? $100.
That's what I would have assumed. $100.
$15.
The feature makes
15.
15.
$15.
The feature makes $15.
I got 15.
Did you get a free drink?
No.
You didn't ask them.
Did they charge much?
I guess I would have asked what it paid either. But
I would have probably done it for free just to fucking get some time.
15.
That is kind of illegal. It seems like.
Because you.
Yeah.
I mean, what's
I'm like,
minimum wage there?
It's $15.
What was
probably.
the coverage? Was there a cover charge? Or was it free?
I don't know. I didn't ask. It was clearly a ticketed thing.
Okay.
Because there was someone up at the front desk like checking people in.
God, $15.
Okay.
Did they give you a check?
When did you find
mode?
So I got you.
Yeah.
You didn't find out until later.
No, I was actually sitting at dinner and I saw you have a new Venmo notice and I looked at it and I just start laughing.
Because if I knew that, I'm probably once the guy yells Trump, I'm just ending it.
Yeah, I'm like, this is what I'm getting.
because then you don't.
I'm done.
Admittedly, I'm just looking for stage time right now to stretch out new bits. And all of those are just being thrown away. But yeah,
you're just looking to lose confidence.
Not the greatest time. Not the greatest time.
So the Kid Rock joke, is it done?
No, there's something there. It needs to clearly be edited down. It was 5 minutes. It needs to be 2 minutes.
I have a Kid Rock tag on a joke that always destroys, and it never gets anything.
What's the tag? I'll tell you the one that I end on, and give me yours because I have a tag that works, but the rest of the buildup doesn't get you many.
It's one of my ass eating jokes. No, it's about how COVID was good for ass eating because if you lose your sense of taste and smell, you know, and then I talk about how I got my taste back, and I was like, what am I doing? Why would I be doing this? And then I say, my girlfriend's like, well, what if you get COVID? Maybe you should get COVID again. Yeah. And then she goes, yeah, take off the mask. Go to a Kid Rock concert.
I got you.
Never. Okay. It's nothing.
Nothing. That's funny
Yeah.
because you have
Right.
bad taste. You've lost your taste.
Maybe, yeah.
That's an easy joke to figure out. It's a good one.
Well, no, the joke is I want to get COVID again.
Yeah.
I
so
thought you had bad taste, so you went to a COVID.
No.
No, like
It-
people
she-
there are
I
sickly
now
or
get my
whatever.
taste back, so I
Yeah.
stopped eating her
Yeah.
ass. But she wants me to get COVID again, so
So
I'll
you
start to eat her ass
so go
again.
to Kid Rock
And
show.
her way is to tell
Yeah.
me to take off my mask and
Yeah.
go to the Kid Rock.
Go and get it again.
Yes.
Mine
Maybe
is,
they're not understanding it.
yeah, I fucking clearly
Yes.
didn't. Mine is that Kid Rock makes music for parents that get to see their kids every other weekend.
Yeah. I've heard
That's
you
right.
say
Heard
that
me
before.
say
Yeah,
that. Might be
yeah.
in the fucking
Mhm.
special. And that was how I ended that, but
Mhm.
not great. So yeah, Charleston overall was great. I will say, some ballsy motherfuckers hitting me up while I'm on vacation.
What do you
I
mean?
love you two, and you guys knew I'm on vacay, and outside of a group text that's
Sure.
24/7.
Yeah.
That we're a part of that. That'll
nonstop.
never go away. That's
Mhm.
fine. But I'm getting like, I got a message from somebody I work with that knew I was on vacation. And it was like, essentially, I wouldn't hit you up if I didn't need to get a hold of you. But call me when you can. It's important. I'm like, all right. Maybe I fucked something up.
Yeah.
Or maybe, hey,
Mhm.
we got this fucking $50,000 client on the line.
Yeah.
Can you help me?
Speaking of our clients, let's take a break and hear from our sponsors.
Please. So I call this individual and they go, I'm sorry, I know you're on vacation. Would you have any interest in do you need pool maintenance? And I go,
So there's somebody from sales.
I don't have a fucking pool.
Well, that's the first part of that.
Okay. I'm like, can you please? Okay.
Hey, if you had a pool, it would need a lot of maintenance. I bet
it would need a lot of, I don't know
Yes.
if I had a pool, yes, please. God, I wouldn't know how to clean a pool. It would be nothing but algae and turds. But I don't own a pool. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So do you know anybody that needs pool maintenance? No, I don't. This was what was important. Yeah, I just thought I gotta go. Boop, fucking hung up on me.
Yeah.
It was this, and that wasn't the only time that happened. It was a real let's fucking message Justin goddamn vacation from
Did,
people that should fucking
This
know
doesn't
better.
sound like a fun trip,
did they
Justin.
apologize?
No, I haven't seen
Of course
them yet.
not.
No, but it was a whole lot of like,
Mhm.
hey, I know you're on vacation. Want to shoot the breeze? No, I don't want to talk to fucking anybody for 5 days.
That's
I
the
got
whole
people like,
idea. Yeah.
Did you
sending me
see?
pictures of them behind the wheel in a go-kart. Like, I got a photo from someone in my neighborhood with their hands on a go-kart wheel driving. And I'm like, what the fuck do I do with this? I don't care. What? All right, you're on a go-kart track. I'm eating fucking bouillabaisse.
Did you eat well? I want to hear something good.
Yeah.
from
Did you
The
see
trip
anybody from
was
Southern
Okay.
Charm?
Mhm.
We went to their restaurant.
Okay.
We went
Yeah.
to a
That's what I
restaurant
wanna
called
know. All right.
By the Way, BTW. It's owned
Mhm.
by Austin and owned by Craig.
Okay.
These are
And
the Bravo guys.
It's the Bravo guys. That's
Okay.
exactly what
Never
it was.
seen that.
So I went to. It's okay. It was better back in the day.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Oh, I
when-
don't look down. I watch shit like that, so I wouldn't judge.
But I love. Okay, there's two types of shows that I love.
Yeah.
Reality shows, I should say. I
Yes.
love vocational reality shows,
Mhm.
Deadliest Catch,
Yeah,
Gold
yeah.
Rush, those
Watch
chopper
your junior
shows,
job.
shit like that. Watch you work. Watch you do things I can never be
Create
capable of.
something with your job.
Or I do love elite level wealth where I know you don't need this reality show. I know you don't need
Grizzlies.
this.
Did you watch that shit?
The Grizzlies, I hated because
the
I
Shaws of Sunset.
Shaws I would watch,
You like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
and I
the
loved
Kardashians.
The Real
Kardashians,
Housewives.
I
Do you watch
tr-
some
I watched some-
Vanderpump?
I watched Real Housewives in New York, and
Yeah.
I watched Real Housewives of Orange County, the OC.
So you watch the rich places.
I watched. I
Yeah.
want to see.
You're not doing fucking DC Potomac.
Potomac,
Yeah.
fuck.
I'm not.
Like, what are you
anything
in a
after-
townhome?
Yeah.
You did-
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. Trying to hail a hack.
Mhm.
No, I watched Southern Charm, and Southern
Yeah.
Charm I liked because it showed like families that were a part of the original 13 American colonies.
Yeah.
Like they had relatives there when the Declaration of Independence was signed. Level like they have bridges
Right,
named
right,
after.
right.
it.
Okay.
They
so they're
don't
doing
need
well.
this
They got
show.
old money.
Old money's the best word
Mm.
for it. We didn't get rich because of the
Yeah.
reality show. We're elitely wealthy and we're going
Yeah.
to be on. I love that. And occasionally they would have a
Mhm.
poor friend that I could kind of identify with, and that'd be fun. Well, they have this restaurant. It's called By the Way, and I'm going to read you the review. This is from me here.
From you.
This is from
Oh,
me.
oh, you reviewed this. Okay,
I
this is the one you're
reviewed
right.
the restaurant. I said, the girlfriend and I stopped by for a couple of burgers. We got the crab and caviar crostini appetizer. I got
Mm.
caviar for the first time ever.
Wow.
Not
I've
good.
never had it either.
It's not good.
Yeah.
It was like salty mush.
Yeah.
Burgers were perfectly done. The service was great. And they had this dude there in a cowboy hat guarding the door with the thickest butt and the most honky tonk wonk I've ever seen. Simply breathtaking. Will return. This house here has more use for a security guard than the, by the way, burger joint
Right.
in the most opulent French Quarter of Charleston.
I
You get
love
a
that
pick?
a burger joint also has fucking caviar.
They had caviar, crab
Yes.
crostinis,
Yeah.
not cheap, but the
Mhm.
crab was tasty. The caviar wasn't. This dude, I know people talked about my shirt on. Imagine I tried to stuff myself into one of Evan's shirts, put on the biggest
He's
cowboy
9 years
hat,
old. Yeah.
and his movements were so
RoboCop.
fucking.
Yeah.
That's the best way you could put it. He looked like fucking Alex Murphy. The amount of like the fucking tip of the hat as people would walk in, and he'd turn around, and he had the fattest ass on a man. I looked at him like, is your butt that big because of how you walk?
I wonder if he's ever had the shit go down. Probably not.
I
right?
don't know. A part
Are you
of
an
me
ass
thought,
man when it comes to noticing attractive man?
Yes,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
big fat
Yeah.
bubble butt on a
Yeah.
guy. I mean, this thing was a bubble. It was
Nice.
a muscle bubble.
Did you want to grab it?
Oh, desperately.
That was
Oh,
yes,
I wouldn't have
Yes.
done that if I
Yes.
were you.
No, I
No,
wouldn't.
no,
No, because well, much
And then
more-
yelled Trump.
grab his ass.
He would have liked
Ooh,
that.
Biden. And Mudge pointed out, and I'm telling you a nice story.
Mm.
Okay, so you fucking snitch. Feel
Mm.
free to run this one by her. I
Yeah.
know who you are. That he walked very autistically.
What does that
Which
mean?
means on his toes.
Oh yeah.
You ever seen
Okay.
it's one of the telltale signs of a child that might have autism.
Oh.
The inability to make eye contact, sensory issues,
And the sweet ass.
and a big fat butt.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, if you ever get a look at someone that's really super duper on the
Yeah.
spectrum, blessed with the cake,
Oh yeah.
because they walk
Good
on their
cake.
tiptoes.
All that.
And
yeah.
it builds up their glutes.
Exactly.
Their glutes and their fucking
Yeah.
calves look like.
Is this a real thing?
We're gonna start doing it.
Look it up, dude.
I think it's
If this is real, are
making
you
up.
the Christopher Columbus of
Yes.
this?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
the
no,
tippy
no.
toes.
Well, I looked
good
into it
ass
because.
Oh,
workout.
it's already a thing.
Oh no, this is a
Okay.
thing.
Oh, I
because
thought that's
no.
your theory.
You
No,
googled
no.
it.
I know. I learned this out when we trust me. We put Evan through a couple of
Autistic kids'
tests.
asses. Let me
Yeah.
look at this up.
Autistic
I need to
kid
learn.
butt. Yeah. Show name autistic kid butt. No, we definitely sent Evan to Kennedy Krieger once, being like,
Right.
give him a once over.
Mm.
He's acting strange. But yeah, if you get a chance to go to By the Way, get the burger, pass on the caviar,
Did
and
you-
stay for the security.
You get that guy's name? You didn't get his name?
No,
That's
called
too
him,
bad.
Called him Sheriff Dawn.
Yeah.
If you're listening,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, but the next time I go on vacation, leave me the fuck alone. I don't know how else to
Yeah.
tell you. It was just amazing.
Well, feel free to leave me alone this week in Hawaii as I leave on Thursday.
Yeah, dude. I'm a
hell
little
yeah,
jealous,
brother.
man. And you're there for like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, I get there Thursday afternoon. It's 6 hour earlier. So I'm flying nonstop out of Dallas, sprung for the first class. There's a bed that lies down. Excited about that.
What time is your flight?
8:30 a.m. So it's going to be early. Gonna
Yeah, you
leave
get
at 5:30 probably. something
You'll
like that.
sleep?
Oh, it's an 11-hour flight. I mean,
Do you have any drugs to take?
no. I mean, I have weed gummies.
Yeah, I would definitely. If
I'm going to
because
start off with some screwdrivers. I'll do
Yeah,
that.
no, that's
dude.
true.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
And I know you're gonna tell. Let me tell a story real quick.
Mhm.
One time, I remember I was coming back from Las Vegas,
Mhm.
and I had a pill that was going to allow this flight to help me.
You were
Yes.
basically, it was, I like to call it a little time travel
Mhm.
tablet.
That's exactly right.
But
Mhm.
instead, you took a blue chip.
So I had this, and I
Spent the
topped
whole
it,
fly hard.
and it's the morning, so I chug a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
This Bloody
Mm.
Mary's spicy.
Oh no.
I go there and I sit down, and for the first time in my life, I'm like, I'm gonna throw up
Oh,
Oh,
is
no.
it because of the spice?
because of spice in the drink, and
Yeah.
I had probably slept 4 hours. Early.
Yeah.
And I literally,
Oh,
before we
no.
leave, I take the air sickness back before we leave.
So they threw
Oh,
up the
shit.
fucking.
I threw up the pill.
Oh no!
Bad
That
travel.
sucks,
And then
dude.
I
Yeah.
actually experienced the
Mhm.
entire flight.
Oh,
Oh,
what is with that trend that people are doing now? Have you seen people? They're called it's raw dog in a flight. People are bragging about this. It sounds
Oh, they
horrible.
don't move. They just stand there and just stare straight
They do
ahead.
nothing.
Yeah.
No phone,
Yeah.
magazine, book, booze.
I mean,
food.
I've done that for like an hour.
And-
what?
and
Yeah.
people are bragging. Just raw dog the flight from Chicago to LA.
No.
No, nothing. Me in my mind. I'm like, fucking why?
No,
you
mine. I
kidding
don't.
me?
I don't want to be alone with my mind for that
No.
long.
No,
Ooh.
maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Anyway, sorry, I
Exactly.
interrupted you.
No, I was just saying I'm going. There's no fucking story. I mean,
No,
It's
dude,
gonna
I'm
be great.
excited.
no,
You-
I'm leaving Thursday. We have 2 shows Friday, 3 Saturday, and then I'm staying. I'm leaving, coming back Tuesday, so I'll have a full Sunday and Monday to do whatever I want.
Where you guys staying?
Well, I'm at the Outrigger, which is where we're right in Waikiki, right in the main drag there, which is where the club is, the Blue Note. Dave is staying in another hotel because the last time we were there, he was with his now ex-girlfriend, and I believe there's some bad memories from that.
I gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's right around the corner.
Are you going to a
So,
luau?
I mean, that is on one of the things to do. I've seen that. I'm definitely going to try to play golf. I'm going to play golf.
Yeah.
So that's really the thing. I'll probably walk the Diamond Head thing again because that's cool. So I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping just to meet some people maybe and just fucking get into that kind of adventure because that generally happens with me.
I can put you in touch with my stepkid's biological father.
I'm good, thanks.
Is he on Waikiki?
Mm-hmm.
He can give you a tour of he can give you if you want to make your way over to Pearl Harbor and give you a tour of the base.
That's true. I could play. Brittany says play Karlheim's leaf blower game. That's something I could do. Yes, just inside.
I'd rather stare at the back of the.
We're getting to Karlheim before the end of the show.
No, we 100%.
A fucking star is born.
I'm excited about it. It is the same place we did. This will be my third time there, and it all because of comedy. The first time was military. That it's fucking cool. And
are you surprised by the homeless? It was the one thing that I found. I stayed in.
I'm fucking jealous of the homeless.
Yeah, what? There was a lot or a little?
Yeah.
The amount.
There is.
Here's the thing: if you can get there, if you can get there,
I don't think they're traveling there to be homeless there.
But what I'm saying is, if let's say I've lost my will,
we'll suck a dick for airfare.
All I have is $3,000 left to my name.
If
I'll fly to Hawaii.
If I
have
can
no money to be homeless.
Hawaii, that'd be the place to go.
Yeah.
You'd think it's got a lot of tourism, so there's a lot of people going by.
Beautiful.
Weather's fucking dope.
Yeah.
They were all over the beaches.
Great shirts,
really cool shirts.
I bought a bunch of new Hawaiian shirts. Yeah,
hell yeah!
I'm going all Hawaiian shirt.
Oh,
yeah,
I did buy.
I love me an Hawaiian shirt.
I bought a shirt in Charleston. I want you to tell me what you think. I don't know what I think about this shirt. I bought a shirt and I wore it once. I don't think I'll ever wear it again. Hold on. Here we go. Oh wow. Yep, that's that. There's that shirt.
That's a dick pic.
It's not great. And you can see I don't look terribly happy in this picture, by the way.
That's because
you look. That doesn't.
I don't like that.
I like it. It's just not.
It's not me, right?
Not you.
If it's just the flowery pattern, just that. I don't like it.
Something Uncle Mike would wear.
I don't like the dueling fucking patterns. I'm not a vertical stripe guy either.
Yeah.
So.
Why is that?
I never think it looks good.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Nah, it's not me.
I'm not really.
I got a Target of
Too late now.
$25. Yeah. Now I'll turn it into a dish
I
rack.
got some shit off Amazon, and then I went to fucking Nordstrom Rack the other day, yesterday, to buy shorts, and I bought nothing. And I spent $250.
Are you gonna try to hook up when you're there?
I mean, there was a smoking hot girl that I know from Frederick who lives there now, who we had communicated on Instagram several months back, and she's going to put it in her calendar. But now she's been radio silent for the last couple months. So I feel like that. By the way, I had no idea if that was going to lead to anything, but it was just going to be, again, as I said, good for the brand.
Oh yeah, because I remember that girl. She was a 12.
No, she is
yeah.
I don't know what you're doing in Hawaii, but I'm sure you're not having to work.
You got to type. Types your 10s.
I do have a type, and I was on the morning show with Scott last week when you were driving to Charleston, and and I sort of told this story. I kind of making fun of myself a little bit, where I went to West End Grill, which is, right across from where I live. And there was this group that I could tell that they worked together. Some, a lot of industry people come there. They get off work at whatever restaurant or bar they work at that closes, because it's in Pearl. Most of those places close at like 9 or 10. West End Grill, they come there because it's open till 2. And so I could tell that they work together. And one girl is very just standout attractive. And she sits next to me at the bar to order something. And we just start having a conversation. And we're having a nice little conversation about 5 minutes. And she's going to go to the Coast Guard. She's going to be a marine biologist and all this stuff. And I say, can I buy you a drink? And then she goes, no, I'm leaving. I go, it's cool. Are you on Instagram? She goes, I'm actually not. I'm like, all right, well, I'd like to see you sometime again. She goes, well, we'll see, whatever. And then they leave. And there's one guy left at the bar that's with that group. And I go, hey, where do y'all work? And he tells me where they work, right?
Okay.
Now it's a place that it's right around there,
Maybe
but
that company
I don't
has
ever
an
go
Instagram.
there. It's not. I've been there once. I would never go there otherwise. So I was kind of making fun of myself with Scott, like is that how creepy is that?
Like
right?
rejection.
Exactly.
Ask where she works.
And I was saying it was going well. I was like, it doesn't sound like it was going well. She didn't want to drink. She laughed.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, you're right. Okay. So it's on YouTube, right? So then on fucking Reddit, somebody posts, I also mentioned that I'm twice your age. Again, I get it, right?
Right.
And he goes, yeah, very creepy. Didn't want to, said no to a drink, said no to Instagram. Yeah, left right away, twice your age. And then you want to know where she works. Super creepy. So,
I'm reading it here.
Real quick.
Dude, okay, please go ahead.
And I was going to say, Karlheim posted that. And I'm like,
he screenshot. He didn't.
What I mean is,
he's not the one who wrote it.
Yeah, this motherfucker sucks. No. He put that in our group chat. And I'm like, who's that? And
Yeah.
then
Well,
that's what
it's just a user. You don't know who it is.
It doesn't give you, but it doesn't say it was you. I mean, you know it's you, but like the Reddit thread.
The Reddit thread now knows because
Yes.
people have responded to
People
the
have
Reddit
responded
thread.
to it.
Well,
Okay.
it's on. Okay, it's also
And it's
the
also
YouTube
on.
clip.
No, I
And
understand that, but
watch the
it's-
clip,
yeah.
and it gives context.
Right,
So
right,
if you
right.
hear
Oh,
it,
I
it's-
gotcha.
if you read
Right.
the Reddit
Mhm.
post, it comes across as someone that gets less jokes than I do. Your kid,
Yes.
Rock One.
Yeah.
And them going,
right.
okay, it's you and a woman half your age at the bar, and you
Yeah.
ask her if you buy a drink, and she says no.
Yeah.
And you
Again, she was
ask her
on
for
her
an
way out.
Instagram, and you follow her, and she says no.
She doesn't have Instagram.
Okay, you wait till
I
she
got
leaves
confirmed.
the bar and proceed to ask her male coworker where she works at.
Yes.
Male.
Again,
Definitely
yeah.
some creep level.
Yes.
I'm like,
Mm,
okay.
Okay.
Fucking Mike Anderson,
Yeah.
you fuck.
Mhm.
He set this goddamn Reddit up about a year before he left, and then the fucker just throws us this hot potato of hatred that a few of us have to monitor now. And if go to any popular things Reddit, Stabby's got one, Matt and Shane have one, Theo Vaughn's got one, SNL's got one. Pick a
Mhm.
thing,
Of course.
they've got- and it's nothing but people that hate it.
Just hate it.
And
Yes.
the fans of the thing
Right.
hate
It's
the thing.
horrible.
They say never read the comments. All Reddit is comments.
comments.
It's all, and by
Other
the
than the original one, which is also a comment.
it's
Yeah.
also a comment. Once a Reddit community has been created, it lasts forever.
You
Forever.
can't-
You can never fucking delete it.
Did anybody defend Rob?
No. Well, it's also it died
Okay.
very quickly on the vine.
Yes.
Okay.
Someone put it up, and someone goes Scott. Someone goes no Rob, and that's it. I fucking hate our Reddit, and I try and engage on there, and it's
Yeah.
just people taking us out left and right. The more you engage, the more you feed the beast. I can't stand it.
So I go there last night, and there she is.
She's there.
Oh,
That the whole crew.
Even the guy that you asked for.
Oh,
there-
looky
there,
here.
There was less people. I didn't see
Right.
that guy,
Use your
but
pie
she was with
face's
another
fucking
girl,
ass.
and they were like in the corner. But I see, oh, that's her. So then she comes back over to the bar. I remembered her name. I go, hey. I told the story. I said,
Yeah,
I talked
that's
about it on the
smart.
radio.
Yeah.
I said, there's a Reddit that they called me a creep.
Yeah.
We're having fun. Her coworkers, like, yeah, she doesn't have an Instagram. And I got her Instagram. The girl takes my phone, gives me her phone number.
Fuck yeah.
Types it in.
Suck
So
it
how
from
the fuck
the
that in
back.
was that?
Put that in the
Suck
right.
it
Put
from
that in
the
Reddit.
back.
And you know what I did?
You
I
fucking
went
nerd.
home and I sent her a dick pic. No,
Oh,
I no. I
great
didn't do that.
move. I take
No,
it back.
yes,
Suck it from the
yes,
front.
yes.
Have you texted her?
I haven't. She didn't respond. But anyway,
Oh yeah. That's so funny.
It's okay.
Did you read, dude? Eric's response earlier was so goddamn
Yeah.
funny to that. Eric, what did Eric write earlier? Eric writes something so goddamn funny. He goes, go to the Reddit thread, and if they go to the Reddit thread, and if they
I
like,
want to marry this girl now, just
Okay.
for this guy.
he just post the pic of you holding the phone, but change the name of the woman to Big Titty Hot Bitch, and have the thread read, if they like apples, and then say, I got her number. How you like them apples?
yeah.
And it's just her and her big old juicy tits.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, I think the point is that she clearly wasn't creeped out by it.
No, she
No,
wasn't
obviously.
creeped out.
Right.
God
So, but I'm there last night, and there's this guy Cole that I see all the time, and we're just shooting the shit.
damn, Mr. Medina.
And he says to me, he goes, oh, Jesus, sorry. He says to me, he says, I get really drunk, but the problem is, like, I remember everything. And, you know, sometimes you wake up and you don't want to remember some of the dumb shit you said and did, right? And I go, yeah, it's kind of a blessing and a curse, I guess. And there's this voluptuous black woman, a couple seats down, and she's a hot mess, but she's eavesdropping. And she goes, yeah, that can definitely be a curse, because, like, but you guys don't have to really worry about it, because you're not really going to wake up and like, oh, there's been something stuck in my butt. Meanwhile, I've been date raped. And I'm like,
Oh,
whoa,
fuck.
we don't even know your name, lady.
She
And
said she's been date
yes,
raped?
and now we're talking. Now we're having this conversation.
Did you go, I'm really sorry that
Yeah,
happened to you? I mean,
sorry.
really?
Anyway,
Are you laughing
hey,
anymore?
one time I asked to buy a girl a drink, and I'm a creep, but whatever. Anyway, so
I got one of
Yeah.
those in fucking Charleston at this little
You got date raped?
I got knocked out. Next thing you know, what's in this cupcake? We went to a bakery,
Mhm.
and in the bakeries around there, there were a lot of bumper stickers and a lot of flags and
Okay,
a lot of
got
everything.
Mhm.
That's like, okay, you guys take some stances on some shit. Fine.
Yeah.
How good's your fucking creme brulee? It's all I care about.
that's all you care.
And I go up and I order my food, and the lady behind the counter, same thing. She goes, "You guys in town visiting?" I'm like, "Yep, we're from Baltimore." She goes, "Oh my God, I'm Virginia." I'm like, "Oh, cool. We do shows in Virginia all the time. Me and a couple of comic
Nice.
friends of mine. We go Winchester. We go to, we did a place called
Virginia
Jam
Beach,
back in the day,
Richmond,
Virginia Beach, and drove through Richmond on the way here. She goes, I don't drive through Richmond. I have a trauma history.
Oh God.
And I say nothing. The dude next to her behind the counter has a fucking eye roll. His eyes did a 360. I want you to imagine in your mind's eye what this creature looked like, and you're correct. And I go, all right. And she's staring at me like, but tell me about it. I'm like, no, I'm not. I want my snickerdoodle.
Yeah.
I want my chocolate peanut butter pie, and I want the creme brulee. I'm getting out of here. I mean, and she proclaims it.
Yeah.
The people behind that counter have heard that story, whatever it was going to be. I didn't bite 50 times.
Yeah.
They're
A
over.
share.
You think it was King's Dominion related?
This girl was a share, and then she was like into the coal, right? And I'm like, now I'm thinking, all right, I'll be a wingman, right?
Charleston sucks.
And then I'm pumping him up. She goes to the bathroom. He's like, dude, I have no interest in this girl. So I know you're being nice, but you can cut off the wingman shit, okay? Because I don't want anything to do with this fucking crazy girl.
She's rebuilding her life.
Yeah.
And we've been building upon the DLP Patreon for a while. Everything from our regular shows to Laughs Count Anywhere. The next one is gonna be a fucking banger after that Cena promo.
Cena, yeah.
Holy shit. Dork Dynasty and more. But we have a star on our hands.
Again, this is the third straight week the tease for Patreon has involved one Chris Karlheim, and I just can't get enough. The anger, it just slowly rises and builds.
I love it.
This is from the latest episode of No One Asked for This.
Welcome. Please scan your first item.
Can we talk about how inefficient self-checkouts are? I mean, you got to take random people that have no training on how to scan this thing, except for the other 17 different places that have 9 different ways to scan this goddamn shit.
Each item must be placed in the bagging area.
Why in the world do I have to place my item in the bagging area? I just scanned it. Let me put it back in my cart. I mean, hell, we got to use paper bags now. So I got to scan 5 items and then have you bark at me for 7 minutes while I open up a paper bag, throw the shit in there, put the paper bag in my cart, and then you bitch at me again that the items aren't there. This is why they have those express lines for self-checkout and non-express lines for self-checkout. You don't give me a long enough table to put all my items there, but then you want to bark at me and say, put it back on the thing. I got more shit, motherfucker. What am I supposed to do with that?
Place your item in the bagging area.
Shut the fuck up, Linda. I know. I hate those voices, dude. I hate them because they're just the most annoying things. Like, give me Morgan Freeman telling me to scan my items. Give me Samuel L. Jackson. Give me, I don't know. Give me Justin's voice. I will happily take Justin calling me a piece of shit.
Shut the fuck up, Linda. He's
Please.
so
By the way,
angry.
he is very right
piece of
about.
shit.
I hate the idea that I can't put it in my. I hate that. He's absolutely
well,
right.
that's how they
that.
tell if you're
Yeah.
stealing, though, because it's
I
weighing.
understand
it's
why
the
it
weight.
happens, but it
Yeah.
is annoying
It is
because
annoying.
I'm not stealing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and every time you go over there, one of the bulbs is blinking because
Yes, 'cause
someone
somebody's
has
gotta
got
come over and-
someone leaned on the pressure
And
pedal.
they don't even look. They just let you right
Mm.
there.
Go ahead. I
Whatever
don't
it
give
is,
a
yes,
fuck.
they
You got
don't.
9 laptops. You bring up 1 banana. Go ahead. Bobby Slayton had a bit about that where we had a great line in there. Is like about when he fucks it up, they have to call over the pit boss. There's always a pit boss at the self-checkout.
Yes,
Like,
that's good.
Where
Yeah.
you just deal with the dumbasses all day.
But I will say in that, if please listen to this, there's a part where Chris goes to the 12 items or less. He goes there.
He's interviewing. He's testing him
He
out.
has 13 items.
Yes.
Okay. He has 1
Yeah,
item.
yeah.
Okay. He goes there, and the person in the line, by the way, he went to 3 places.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's done more work for that podcast than we've done. for this.
Finally,
God bless.
the person says, no, by the way, that means, you know what that means? That means he's bought 39 items.
Fuck yeah.
Right. Okay. And he finally goes, and they go, I'm sorry, sir, you have more than 13 items. And he thanks the guy.
Says, thank you. You're a hero. You're a fucking hero.
Thank you. You're the person I've been looking for.
Now,
Go to our Patreon. You can
It's so-
you can hear the whole episode. You can
damn it.
also vote. We have polls on the Patreon because I think now that Karlheim has become, I say someone posted on there's a reel now on our Instagram with over 4,500 views that he's a national treasure. So I thought we needed a name for us fanboys, fangirls, and I came up with the Heimheads, the Karlhive. Justin had the Christians, and the homosexuals, and 64% were part of the Karlhive. So that's what it is there.
Karlheim was kind of my favorite.
Exactly.
Karlheim is good.
Because you're gonna get stung. He's the queen bee.
Yeah.
He's got a
the
bunch of workers
hive.
around him.
Yeah.
He's
and
Beyonce.
I think
be on the lookout.
Bayhive. Yeah. So Karlheim and Beyonce.
Yeah.
Constantly in the same
When
sentence.
I think Karlheim,
Yeah,
I think
I know.
Beyonce.
Hey, put a ring on it.
Yeah, Destiny's angry old man. Yeah, he's a fucking star. He rules.
Shout out to Captain America. She's listening tonight. She's watching. Just
I'm
texting
so
me.
glad she told you that fucking story.
She
from
told me a
Jimmy's.
great story that I didn't know, and you didn't tell me.
I didn't because I forgot.
Yeah.
It was in one of those moments where we're like, let's fucking improv, let's lie. I've done this bit with other people.
But also, this was Valentine's Day.
It was Valentine's Day.
This makes the bit even land more because
It's
it would
great.
be a night that you might be with.
If
this
someone else
person.
is there, we did it actually in Winchester with new cast member Ashley.
Yes.
I did it once at DC with at the Improv with Melba.
Yes.
I've done it with
Joe.
Katie in the past. Joe, this is so. What I've done is someone will go up and they'll ask who they are, and I take over a quick bit of improv. And I go, well, you've always wanted to meet her. This here's much, and I will just show whatever woman's next to me.
Right.
And if they're aware of who she is and an anonymity of, they'll kind of like play along and like wave or whatever. Fucking Kay starts giving her backstories.
Yeah.
Captain America starts going.
She
Well,
told me.
here's how we met.
This is we met not too far from here, and this guy, you think he's funny in person? He's a grumpy old prick at home, and he makes
The kids are doing great. She told me
she's
she said that.
fucking improv. She's like, we're hoping June does good track this year, and hey, by the way, did you go grocery shopping? I told you.
She's ordering you around.
No,
yeah, you're buying her
Oh, my
drinks. She'll be buying her drinks.
I mean, and Captain America, I don't think I'm telling tales out of school here. Is she's not an introvert, but she's quiet.
Yeah.
She sort of just kind of chills and scans her prey from the tall
That's
grass.
fair. Yeah.
She's not an extrovert like all of us and Tommy and Eric. And she's more Sean than Tommy. Sean
Yes.
kind of hangs back, chills.
Mhm.
But in that moment, I'm
She
telling
rose
you,
to
it
the
was
occasion.
fucking whose line was it anyway? I mean, she was yes-anding. And we had some dude on the hook 5 minutes. I mean, he got to meet Mudge.
Hey, if he ever meets Mudge, he goes, "That's not Mudge."
That ain't her. Yeah.
What happened to your breasts?
What the hell?
They got a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Nothing against Mudge's breasts. It's just a
No, they're
comparison.
clearly
Yeah.
smaller. What
Yes.
happened to all your tats? Okay,
Yes, that's true.
Where's the tats and the muscles?
Cost you 10 grand to remove those.
Yeah,
Yes.
holy shit. So
Epic golf night for the boys.
Yeah, how'd it go?
We are in this league and X golf on Monday nights. We pay to do it, but there's really no stakes. You win. It's only 5 teams, but you win some swag or something at the end. But it's really for fun, and it's a scramble, which means if you're not familiar with golf, everyone tees off, and then whoever had the best shot, you decide who that is, and then you all shoot that shot.
Okay.
People do this in real golf too, and then with every shot, you all are attempting the same shot. You're just picking the best one, and then eventually you're all doing the same putt. So anyway, we've done pretty well. We came in second, and third, I believe, in the 3 weeks. This is the 4th week. There is one team that is clearly the best team. But last night there was something in the fucking air. Shit was happening. I think it was some St. Patty's Day. There was some drinking, some luck. It was just there was some luck. There was some luck. The first hole, the team in Bay won. Huge scream. They hold out from 100 yards for an eagle.
geez.
So we're like, wow. Now we're like, then we par the first hole. It's like, well, we're really fucking behind already, right? And then it was a night where all of us had a moment. We were all the hero at one point. We all literally had like a standout all-time great moment. Jason had this fucking 300-yard drive, then hit a 300-yard driver off the fucking mat the next hole. And so we now have sort of gotten back in it. And Jack makes this really long fucking 40-foot birdie putt. I had this fucking long 35-footer within 1 feet for a birdie. So we now have gotten to the point where we're in the mix. And there's a hole, it's like 17-foot putt, and we all miss it in the exact same way, just lips out. And we're like, fuck. We're kind of like realizing that's probably the fuck. That's our load is shot there. We're probably not going to be able to come back from that. Next hole, 44-foot shot. I've been hitting this club the right way, this 9-iron, just line drive it. 3 bounces in the fucking hole.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Eagle, right? The people 2 bays down, they scream. They got an eagle almost at the exact same time. So it's just crazy. Now we're doing shots of fireball. We're having a good time. And then the team that's always winning, it ends up as a 3-way tie. They had to birdie the last hole. And now we have a playoff, and they do this cool thing. It's kind of a gimmick, but I think it's fun. They write every club, a piece of paper, you draw it out of a hat. That's the club you have to use for every shot.
Including on the green?
Including on the green.
like you could possibly pull a 3-wood on the green.
Yes, every shot you take off the tee, you're 300 yards out, you're in the sand, you're putting.
Yeah.
It's that club,
That's
right?
hilarious.
and I get this 9-iron that I have been fucking striping all day. And Justin gets the 3-wood. Jason gets his fucking 60-degree wedge, which kind of sucks because the 9-iron 60. It wasn't, and then Jack had a 6-iron. We didn't have the best group of clubs. Another team had a driver, another team had a putter. We're like, we're kind of fucking behind here. And I tee off again. It's not going to use my shot, but I hit my 9-iron 145 yards. I've never done that in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where did that fucking come from? And then Justin ends up, he hit this 3-wood 280 straight. He's never hit his driver that well. The best shot he's ever had in his life. He'll tell you that. Right down the middle. And now we're like, now the club they're suggesting is a 9-iron. So now we're on schedule. Yeah, now we're just playing a normal hole. I hit the 9-iron within 17 feet. Now we're like, we might fucking, I'm thinking par's going to win this.
But there's no putter.
No. So I go to putt with my 9-iron. We're 17 feet.
Yeah.
After the putt was over, we were 19 feet.
I mean, even with just a little
fucking gauge,
a little bit of something.
And then Jason has his pitching wedge. He's getting down, choking down like he's a little kid, you know?
Yeah.
He's kneeling down. The same thing. It goes like 12 feet
no. Did they have any worse luck also? Did they had a putter on their team?
One guy had a putter.
So what does that guy do if he's in the fucking same? Well, he's on the fairway.
Well, the guy with the putter, he hit his putter off the fucking 200 yards, he said.
Yeah.
He just swung the shit out of it, right?
Jesus.
So now, though, Jack takes a 6-iron and he fucking leans it up. Fucking birdie.
Oh, fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
They all bogey. We won easily. We're like, oh my God.
That's
the night of our lives.
That's awesome. Did you see the Happy Gilmore 2 trailer today?
I did see the Happy Gilmore 2.
Did you see him at the X golf machine?
Yes.
Yeah. He Happy Gilmore's a fucking hole in the screen.
Yes, right through it. Yes.
Hell yeah. That's going to be good.
And then we kept playing and I kept drinking. I found this perfect like amount of alcohol and looseness. I'm playing out of my mind. We just played.
You're in the pocket.
Yes, I'm in the pocket. So we'll see if that translates to when I play golf in a while.
Damn, good for you.
Nicely done, man.
But it was just exciting.
That's the first week of the new season, right?
Yes.
This is the 4th week.
Oh, I thought it had already been.
No. This is the week 4. There's 8 weeks.
Okay.
But now if we had the way it works, if the team that was in the lead had won that, we would have basically been mathematically eliminated. They would have to have had an epic collapse, which they're too good to do that.
Yeah,
so it was a huge win. So, sometimes you got to fucking brag about
good for you, man.
Happening,
awesome.
All right, let's see. I want to be a little more serious if we have some time here.
Yeah, take your time. But the rest of the show's yours.
So I have a day job, and at my day job, I have some employees. There's a girl that's worked for me for a very, 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 very long time. I think she worked for me for like 13 years, right? Okay. And she doesn't live here. She lives in PA. I haven't seen her in 11 years, right? Mm-hmm. But I know she has dogs, and she's very, very close. She's always sending me pictures of her dogs, and I'm sending pictures of hers or whatever. So on Friday, she calls me and she says, hey, Patch is going to die. I'm going to take off the rest of the day. I just want to spend as much time with him as I possibly can or whatever before he goes or whatever. And then on Monday, she's like, I'm not quite sure I'm in a place where I can come back to work or whatever. And, I understand that because I have dogs and I understand. Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, today I said, hey, how are you doing? And she goes, I really just appreciate being able to spend, that time with him that you allowed. I go, that's cool. So I write this. All right. So I'm going to tell you something that is probably going to hurt, but something dog owners need to know. So I got to go back and forth because I can't say. Mm-hmm. When we get our dogs, we sign up for this. We essentially know that in 10 to 15 years, our hearts are going to be ripped out. Mm-hmm. So why do we do it? Because he did. This is a dog, exactly what a dog is supposed to do.
Is it your words?
I wrote this. Yeah. Love without condition, never get angry with you, and bring you joy you could never experience otherwise. Then what we do is we love them the same way. They don't survive without us, and we got to go back and forth here. Their need for us actually defines us. He served the exact purpose he was put here to serve, and you did the exact same. The only alternative is that you never knew him, and that's just won't work. That just won't work for anyone. So yeah, your heart will hurt for a long time, but you got to have him in your life, and it's better, and you're better because of it. That's a dog's purpose. Rest in peace, sweet boy. I send that to her. She calls me. She says, my dog didn't die. She said, she didn't say Patch. She said Pab was her grandfather.
Okay,
fuck
wait,
you.
did he die?
Fuck
He's
you.
dead.
Okay, oh, good, he's dead. Okay.
The grandfather.
Oh
said-
my
Yeah,
god.
he served his purpose.
Holy shit. The grandfather did what grandfather's supposed to do.
So
Love
I,
unconditionally.
For 10 to 15 years.
10 to
yeah,
That's how long.
it was so embarrassing. Okay,
Oh my
first-
god.
okay.
Okay.
The first thing I saw is she hearted it, right?
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
she loves her dog. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
knew this was a
Yeah.
big deal. And of course, I start getting fucking, misty
So now you're
because
getting
of my
emotional.
own
Yeah.
dogs,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, listen, and I always think about my Oscar. It's like, listen, he will go, but whatever we were to each other, it was exactly what it needed to be. And I'll be sad, but I loved him and he loved,
Yeah.
And so
That
I'm
was
like,
very
let
well-
me share
that was
this
well
with
said.
her.
Yeah.
And she's
But if
like-
Grams passes, you're straight.
Yeah, that's
She's
fine.
like,
Don't give her shit.
Well,
Yeah.
the first thing she did was she just hearted it, right? And I'm like, okay. And then I saw bubbles. She's
Yeah.
ready to
Okay.
type it. It's Microsoft Teams, by the way.
She's
That's
moved.
what it is.
Oh, yeah.
She's pretty moved
Yeah.
by
So,
this.
I'm waiting, and I'm like,
Best
"Hey,
boss ever.
I wonder what she's gonna say. Next thing, my phone rings. Oh, this is gonna be heavy. She goes, "Hey, my dog didn't die, right?"
I mean,
I
you
did.
kind of lighten the mood, though. I mean, it's actually probably made her
Hold on.
feel better.
I said, Pat. She goes, "No, I said Pap,
Pap.
Pap, or Pappy, her,
My
her
patches.
grandfather."
Jesus
probably-
Christ.
Now, when Patch does die,
Yeah.
you can't say that again.
By the way, her dog's
You
not
know-
named Pat. It's not. It's not her
This
dog's name.
is my
She told
grandpa
me the dog's
Patches.
name 1,000 times.
Okay, you just made that up in
But-
your head.
Well, Pat
I can
sounds
see
like
a
something
dog
that-
sounds like
Okay.
clearly a Patches
Yeah.
could be a dog.
When her dog dies, send her something about your granddog. Yeah, they're dying. Yeah.
Dude,
Grandparents are the best. They're
Remember-
the greatest generation. Remember?
Oh my
you remember
god.
the comedian around here, Jeff Maher?
Mauer?
Mauer.
Yeah.
Jeff Mauer.
I had him
Joe's
on
radio
my,
show.
I had him on a
Yeah, yeah.
show.
Dude, he had a fucking joke about a family that
All right.
wasn't able to
R.I.P. Patch. Is that the show title?
R.I.P. Patch is pretty
No,
great.
do the Stamboni fun.
Rest in
that stuff.
patches.
That
Can we
should
write
be-
queef? Is it on the?
Why
Will
can't
they
we write
catch?
quick?
I don't know. It's the algorithm of the
Yeah.
search on that
Oh.
thing. It
Yeah.
it might not be willing to show it in the main
Mm.
feed of stuff. I
Yeah.
would go R.I.P. Patch.
Yeah.
But he had this joke. Jeff Maurer is a writer. He's got a show where he said he knew this family that they desperately tried and failed to have a kid. They tried multiple times. She'd miscarry, and she had this little. She had a name picked out. It was going to be Olivia if it was a girl, and it was going to be Ollie if it was a boy. And they couldn't fucking conceive. They kept having miscarriages, and finally they decided we're going to get a cat. We're going to get a cat here, and they get a cat, and they get a little boy cat, and they name the boy cat Ollie, and they have a little cat named Ollie that they love. 6 months into getting this cat, she's pregnant. She gets pregnant. It sticks. And now they have this beautiful cat, Ollie, and they've got their bouncing baby boy, Mr. Whiskers.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Fucking Bauer rules.
By the way,
He's fucking hilarious.
Bauer's
Mhm.
brilliant.
the thing is that I was actually, and I don't know what this says about me, when I found out it was just her grandfather,
You're like, oh, cool.
I was like, thank God.
Oh, no, it's going to be.
Now, here's the thing, because at first I go, it sounds
Mhm.
horrible, but that sounds a lot better. How old was he? And then she goes, he was 67. That's not
Oh,
good.
no,
right?
it's young.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
something
So
happened.
I was really,
was a condition.
I was really
He was
roller coastering.
murdered.
Yeah, yeah. I was really redoing.
He got killed by a
A
pit
dog.
bull.
Oh, so he got attacked by a dog.
Yeah.
That's how he died.
So I kept trying to
Read
find
this.
a way
Yeah.
to get out. I go, how what? Because I literally expressed relief. I go, wait a minute, I probably shouldn't do that.
There's
right?
one man that could have saved him. Patch Adams.
so I go, well, at least did he live a life? She goes, he was 67. I was like, oh shit. She
That's
goes,
enough
yeah.
of a life.
She goes,
Okay.
yeah, he had cancer. I was like, oh,
Ah,
God, right.
Fuck.
So anyway, then I had to
Now-
write something about her grant. No, I didn't do
If
that.
you do that to us, Justin, I'll speak for you here.
Thank you.
We're keeping the bit alive.
Oh, 1,000%. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm keeping the bit alive.
Yeah, we're gonna talk like, how did he die? He got hit by a car.
Yeah, get touched by a car. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, well, Captain America will help us improv.
Exactly.
Oh, my
Every time.
God.
Every time.
Anyway,
Holy
I'm sorry, Destiny. I'm sorry that,
Yeah. But hey, go and vote on that poll. And how long is the poll still active for Chris
I
Karlheim's
think it's
fans?
active for life. You know,
It's
that's
up-
what we
it's
do
just-
on
it's up there.
Patreon.
Yeah, I didn't know because I know like Instagram polls have like a 24-hour thing.
No,
And then they
there
see-
doesn't. I think it does. We close it.
we
can't
close it
I
out.
we've done polls. I just keep them up. I mean,
Yeah.
No,
But go vote on the thing. You know, I'll even give you a picture of me to put up. What do you think of Justin's dumb new shirt?
Oh,
Put it up there
please,
on
do.
Patreon.
Okay,
please
yeah.
do that.
Thumbs up, thumbs
I
down.
like it.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's,
lying.
it's
It
the
doesn't look
face-
like you, but I like
Yeah.
the face I'm making.
And send us
ain't
the
great.
obituary of Pap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
send us Pap's
it. Looks like
obituary also.
vacation, Justin.
It's not a great Justin. That's a Justin that just had an old guy piss all over his fucking car. So there it is, Rob, in your phone now. Yeah, be sure to give a listen to the Nobody Asked for This, even though ironically everyone is now asking
Yeah.
for
That's
this.
the irony.
Oh, yeah,
Another
to change the
episode.
title.
Another episodes of that. Let's on the next Patreon we do with you, Rob. We did
Yeah.
not spend any kind of time on the last Rob pod. And that's one that's worth it's not here at the end. That's worth spending
Yeah.
time with. There is a movie I don't know if I can watch again
from
from now on.
yeah.
I sat in stunned, moved silence in the car.
It-
So if you've not heard that,
It's a tough one.
I've learned more about you in 3 podcasts than
Yeah,
I
that's
have in a
true.
friendship with you for 20 years.
I did catch
It's
pieces
amazing.
of a
Yeah.
lot of that. Like I
Yeah.
knew his dad did the Civil War stuff. Like there's some piece,
Yeah.
and I remember you saying,
Right.
that, but I'd have to retain
Well, I told you
all
something
that.
last week when I was here drunk, which we're not going to talk about.
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
Rob
yeah, yeah,
Pod.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's another thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, the 3-part Rob pod is fucking breathtaking. And the last one was I made someone else listen to it on a very long car ride. Like, fuck, fuck, yeah.
And-
Yeah, you think
I'm
you got it
I'm
bad?
supposed to go in here and whine about, I don't think anybody wants to watch my special. Yeah, meanwhile, I can't
That was
watch.
your foreplay.
That was
Oh, sure she
Now,
was
put that Marvin
soaking
Gaye
wet.
away. Here's the Rob part.
Thank you guys for
Later.
watching. We'll talk to you again next week.
See ya.